So let us begin with history, chapter 2, Socialism in Europe and the Russian Revolution. So the topic is the age of social change. So after the revolution, which revolution? The one that you studied in chapter 1 of history, the French Revolution. There we saw first there was monarchy, then there was constitutional monarchy, then there was complete democracy or constitution, you can say. Then we also saw the entry of Napoleon Bonaparte and the changes that he made. So after that particular revolution, individual rights and social power began to be discussed in many parts of the world, including Europe and Asia. So after that particular revolution, everyone wanted was the individual rights, and who does not want, right? And social power also began to be discussed. So in many past discussions, it was now the hot topic. Colonial development reshaped ideas of societal change, but everyone was not in the favor of complete transformation of the society. Colony means it is a policy of a country to seek authority over the other country. So this colonial development, because the other countries were enforcing their power on the particular country, so it also reshaped the ideas of societal change. Now everyone wanted change, but everyone was not in favor. So it is always the case. Out of 10, 1 or 2 will be there who will not accept anything. Okay, so everyone was not in favor of the complete transformation of the society. So they were not in the favor of completely changing the societal rules. Through the revolution of Russia, socialism became one of the most significant and powerful ideas to shape society in the 20th century. So the revolution in Russia that occurred, after that socialism was one of the current topic and of significant importance to shape the society in 20th century. So as you saw that not everyone was in the favor of the change. So basically Europe was categorized into 3 different classes. First was the liberals, second were the radicals, and third were the conservatives. Now who were they? That we will study in detail. First is the liberals. The word liberal itself means the person with liberal views. Okay, liberty. So what they wanted was, they wanted a nation which tolerated all religions. So because they were of open mind, liberal means open minded. Okay, so they wanted all the religions, or you can say they were accepting all the religions in a nation. They were against the uncontrolled power of the dynastic rulers. They wanted rights for individuals. So you know what is dynasty? That is in sequence of rulers from the same family. So they were against that dynastic rulers thing, that is monarchy, and they were asking for individual rights. They argued for an elected parliamentary government subject to laws interpreted by a well-trained judiciary that was independent of rulers and officials. So what they were demanding was a judiciary. You know what is judiciary? That is the judgment giving or judges committee, judgment giving government. So they wanted this judiciary so that it should be unjust. So that it could give justice to all. They were not Democrats because they did not believe in universal adult franchise. What is universal adult franchise? So all adult citizens of country should have right to vote without any discrimination. So we cannot call them as Democrats because again they were against this universal franchise. So that is also a point. So the next is the radicals. They wanted a nation in which government was based on the majority of a country's population. What they wanted is a nation in which the government was based on the majority of country's population. They dislike concentration of property in hands of a few. not the existence of private property. So they were not against the existence of private property thing, but they didn't want is the concentration of property in hands of a few only. Few are having private property and the others are not having. They were against that particular thing. So they were the radicals. Next were the conservatives. The word conservative itself suggests having narrow thinking. Okay, so they resisted change. They were not ready to accept changes. After the revolution, they started accepting change provided it was slow and had links and respected the past. So they slowly and gradually started accepting change. Also, it was very slow and it should be interlinked with the past, and they also told to respect the past. So these were the conservatives. So the next topic is industrial society and social change. Industrial revolution led to changes in social and economic life. New cities came up and new industrialized regions developed. So as in when industry started developing a lot, there were many changes in society also, in economic life also. They started earning. New cities also came up due to this, and new industrialized regions developed there. Men, women and children came to factories in search of work. They all came for search of work and employment. But unfortunately, working hours were long and wages were poor. So they were made to work for very long hours, and with respect to that, their wages, that is their daily income, you can say, was very, very less. There was unemployment during the time of low demand for industrial goods, and as and when there was no demand or low demand for industrial goods, they were unemployed. Liberals and radicals made wealth through trade or industrial ventures. Ventures mean to take some risk during the journey. So this is how liberals and radicals made their wealth. Wealth means income. So by either trading or by doing industrial ventures. According to them, society can be developed if freedom of individuals was ensured. If everyone will have freedom, then only they will be able to choose some path of earning. This was their thinking. If the poor could labor and those with capital could operate without restraint. Restraint means to keep control. Okay, so according to them, if poor could do labor, then they will be able to develop or make success. And those with capital means those having some investment in any form. So the one having capital or investment could operate without restraint. So those persons should work or operate without controlling themselves. In France, Italy, Germany and Russia, revolutionaries overthrew existing monarchs. Now these all different places also started restraining the monarchy rules. Nationalists talked of revolutions to create nations with equal rights. Now everyone wanted was the equal right, the individual right. As you can see in this image, this is the London poor in mid 19th century seen by a contemporary. Contemporary means the person living in that time or witnessing this particular incident. So this was their condition of the poor. So the rest will continue in next part.